he was the one that taught me about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember he had me play a burgers and beer party for the Sigma Chi's at UT. Mm-hmm. And Shaberg called the next week and goes, "Hey, man, they really loved it. They want to have you again." I go, "Okay, cool. 150.
Yeah, bump that up twice.
300.
Yeah.
6. I just kept doubling it until it got to be a substantial amount. And then I was like, all right, 2,400 is enough.
Which they would have paid that first time if we would have just known.
That's what yeah.
I remember just sitting there watching you or whoever would be playing there. And I mean, a big old fat rat would run across the rafter or across the top of the stage. I'm just like, oh, Lord, the Shaberg.
Yeah, we all doing a bunch of stuff with Shaberg at the time. When you first started with Pat.
So Shaberg owned Popular Talent in Austin. I went to work with him 50% of the time at Popular Talent and work on the Frat parties with Gentry Spaulding. I don't know if you remember him. And then I also was booking Pat at the same time. So I went to his office and kind of double dipped on trying to do Pat's career and survive with Popular Talent at the same time.
Wow.
But if you look at the old dancehall record, Mark Shaberg's Popular Talent number is on Dancehall Dreamer, which I had to change once I started doing it. But there's still some records out there somewhere with his info on it.
He was the one that taught me about all this stuff.
Yeah. Because
I remember he had me play a burgers and beer party for the Sigma Chi's at UT.
Mm-hmm. He and John Dixon were super tied into all of that. I mean,
he taught me about supply and demand because he gave me $75 the first time. Did I tell you this before?
No.
He gave me $75. They set me up on the other side of the pool where so Mike's right here. Here's the pool. And drunk frat boys would come and stumble past in between me and the pool. And the whole party's going on over here. And they'd come and knock into the mic and chip my tooth. I still got a couple chips in my front tooth. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Because they were having a ball, but nobody gave a shit about the music. I was like, and after I was done, they go, "That was fucking awesome. That was the best." So I go, "All right, cool." And Shaberg called the next week and goes, "Hey, man, they really loved it. They want to have you again." I go, "Okay, cool. 150.
Yeah, bump that up twice.
300.
Yeah.
6. I just kept doubling it until it got to be a substantial amount. And then I was like, all right, 2,400 is enough.
Yeah. Which they would have paid that first time if we would have just known.
That's what who knew?
Yeah.
Maybe they were paying Shaberg that.
Possibly.
But it was funny because I just remember thinking, well, if I'm going to be your pimp, I'm going to get paid for it. Because I remember that after the second or third one, they go, "Man, every time you play, we've never had this many hot chicks at our house." I was like, oh, good.
I'm your chick magnet.
Good to know.
Got it.
Good to know. We'll take care of that. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So you were with Popular Talent for a while?
Yep.
Working day to day with Shaberg and Dixon?
Shaberg and Gentry. Dixon wasn't in that office. He had his own, so they were kind of separate. But Mark had an office right down on campus on the drive.
What was their little magazine they used to?
By Dirty's Hamburgers. He was right by Dirty's.
I remember that.
Yeah. And he had a place called Mangoes across the street or something.
Mangoes across the street. It used to be, it was the original Antones.
Yep.
Remember we'd play in that stage, and there was a huge pillar, just right in the middle of the stage. I was like, what is this, man?
I remember just sitting there watching you or whoever would be playing there, and it was a restaurant too. And I mean, a big old fat rat would run across the rafter or across the top of the stage. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, this place. But, yeah, those are good times.
Pivotal, were you working with those same artists at the same time?
I had Corey, Greg had Pat, and we had relatively competing agencies for a while. We'd switch artists, flip artists.
What Matt's not telling you is that I had an agency for years before Matt did. And for 12 months, Matt would call me every day and say, "Hey, man, so what are these contracts and how do you do this and that?" And we would talk, and we were buds, and we're still buds. But and then within about a year after that, those conversations, oh, he's starting his own agency.
Oh, so you know how it feels.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember seeing Pat going, this looks awfully like
Yeah,
similar to my
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, just so yeah, I was just like, oh, okay.